Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest. We got Doe, Mateo, and Pooch in the building this weekend. And before we start it off, little Luca's here. He wants to say happy 4th of July to all the veterans and all the family members and everybody in the U.S. of A.
America, America.
Yeah, we
America.
out here. I don't got my 4th of July shirt on because we got matching ones, but you know that's for later.
That's pretty damn cute.
Yeah.
Talking about my bedhead. Look at little baby Luca's bedhead going on over there, dude.
No, that's his wife left his hair like that since
His
yesterday.
wife?
Oh, I mean, my wife.
Luca married.
My wife, yeah. She wants
Boy's
curls
growing
so
up fast,
bad.
man.
Yeah. His hair just stays up there. It looks weird. But you're cute.
It's good. It's a look.
That's
I don't
awesome.
got bedhead anymore. Those days are past, man.
You've evolved past bedhead. I'll get there soon, man. This hairline's not going to stay.
Still got a head of hair though, bro. Like look at the receding on my right and on my left side right there. You see that shit?
I think we all are getting that, right? Look,
Mhm.
I got mine.
Welcome to the We're All Getting Old episode of the One Up Podcast.
The
Yeah.
One Bald Podcast. Yeah, I think your hair needs to be like a certain level of straight in order to pull off like just having a recede and just rocking it. I can't do that. I'd look like a dick. My hair is.
Mine's curly as hell, dude.
Yeah, Doughboy. I think Doughboy has the curliest hair out of all of us.
Oh, 100%.
Got some pretty curly hair.
He's got that Mono Ginobili shit going on in the back of his head though.
I
Got
miss that
top
poof.
baldy.
I miss that poof that Doughy used to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't miss that shit. Had a bajo in it. Yeah, I know.
That shit definitely looked like I wouldn't want that on my head. Right? That shit used to be, Doe used to go to school with dripping hair. His
Shit be
shoulders
wet.
would have like dots of wet. I was like,
That shit be wet,
no.
nigga. That shit be
I
wet.
couldn't be like that.
Bro, this nigga used to just probably like move his hair around. You'll see like little driplets of hair just in the air. I'd be like, yo, this nigga's nasty, my nigga. Like, I get it. You just took a shower this morning.
Doughy was living in a shampoo commercial. You know those girls there, their hair is always wet. They're always flipping it around.
Doe looked like he was running like a Soul Glow advertisement. Like, his hair was glistening. He was shaking. The light was hitting him just right, but he was dripping though, leaving wet spots on couches and shit.
The back of my shirts were very wet.
Oh my God, I forgot about the dude. I got a coworker who got a long ponytail, and I guess he doesn't dry his hair every morning. Granted, I haven't seen him in like a year and some change because of the pandemic, but every morning when I would see him, he just had this big wet spot in the center of his back, and I'm just like, I could not live my life like that. Like, I'd be
Sucks,
so uncomfortable with shit. I could not be like that.
It's because it looks.
I think you're supposed to blow dry your hair, but like, I never learned how to blow dry my hair. I was terrible. I had hair down to here at one point in my life, and it looked awful. Some of the worst hair that anyone's ever rocked in their life. It was bad. I don't know what 20-year-old Mateo was thinking.
Yeah, I've had some
Give a fuck.
questionable hair choices, and like, you remember the slick back in 7th grade?
There was a slick back.
It was odd.
I looked like an Italian grease mob. Like,
It was, yeah. He had long hair, like long enough where he would have like a curly fro if he did it that way, but instead he gelled it up and just like smeared it back. And so he had like the little curls in the back, but the whole head was just like smeared back hair. Sometimes he'd put like a little fucking headband there too. Strange times.
wasn't a good look.
It's just some
2002,
options.
2003 though.
Yeah, dude, that was like 6th, 7th grade. What an awkward phase. I was going through my awkward phase.
Tony is struggling with his headphones over there, dude.
Yeah, I mean, my hair wasn't much better. Back in those days, I just used to rock a fro. Like, I just had an afro. Just, like, it was fucking 1970s, fucking rollers, skating shit. Like, I just had my fro.
It was a look,
Right.
though.
I've never seen you with hair, actually. I've never gone and creeped your pictures or anything, but like...
There's not many pictures of Pucho with his hair like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Shame.
bulk of my life, I've just had Caesars, like short haircuts. But
Did I miss all my attacks on Doughboy's wet hair? It's already past time.
Yeah, that's long gone. You can't make any more
Lucas
attacks.
saved you, bro. Because I had them lined up.
Because he had his bed hair. He had his bed hair. And he was like, yo, if we let Doughy get attacked, then I'm next. They're going to attack me.
So, I'm going to give you sorry about that. Go ahead.
So, Tony, I've got a gift for you that I'm going to give you in Florida. It's pretty good. You're gonna like it.
I
or
accept
hate
all
it.
gifts. Whether it's ugly, if I can hang it up on the wall, I'll put it right there behind me so the pod can see it.
I think you'll need
Knickerbockers?
I think you'll need to carry it with you at all times. I think it's going to be a very important daily tool for you. You're going to add it to your daily carry.
Okay, my EDC. Well, we'll see what's up.
It's another Glock.
Maybe I'll give it. Maybe I'll give it to you on the this episode we record this next weekend in person.
That is right. Damn, you hit the guest people with surprise, all the fans with a surprise.
Yeah.
We're doing a live in-person pod this weekend or next weekend coming up.
I don't know about live.
We're going to be together. That's live.
I mean, but live is different. Live is like
Tony,
live.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Tony has English problems. Yeah.
Old English. We're going to be in person live with the people. What was I
We're going to record an episode in person. That's what we're doing next week.
Should this next one be one of our drunk episodes?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, it will be regardless. Planned or not planned.
Tony did just tell me earlier he does not drink anymore, though.
I don't really drink. I'll take 2 shots and I'm probably going to be drunk.
Sweet.
You can drink beer, too.
It's a cheap date now.
Damn, I almost forgot. All right, so Doughboy, I'm giving you an opportunity. And this is going to be a rare blessing that I'm going to give you, right? And it's a blessing to have a chance to attack me. One a chance to attack me, right?
Instead of attacking you, check out this cool shirt I got.
No. You're taking away from my what is that?
Cool shirt.
And some cherries.
Are those balloons?
Nah, it's
on
the
his back.
cherries.
They look like balloons, but those are cherries.
So like he's a heavy rain bitch.
Are they falling in water?
Yeah, they're like wet.
You got your cherry pop?
I believe he has.
You know what? My cherry has been fucking popped. All right. I just want to tell you guys that the weekend that I spent in Austin, Texas, I had the cleanest butt cheeks in that side of the hemisphere. All right. I not only did I put it on high pressure, but I used the woman's side. The woman's side is just a stronger stream.
He turned it all the way up.
All the way up for minutes.
How large is your butthole?
I don't know.
Because when I put the women's stream, it just shoots me right in my ball sack. So it's like, if it's also hitting your ass, I have concerns.
Yeah, no. This is direct.
For the fans out
directly
there,
in.
we're talking about a bidet. Mateo bought a bidet, put it in his guest room. Doughboy went over there just to try the bidet. He flew from New York City to Texas just to try this bidet and realized that his butthole issues from 2 pods ago are now fixed because of so much pressure being pressed against his anus that now he is happy and his cherry has been popped, and now he's going to buy one to continue this anus exploration.
My ass was blasted. It blasted my ass.
Hence
it was
cherries.
amazing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why more people haven't adapted this. Now I look at everybody and I'm like, if you don't have a bidet, you got some shit on your ass right now.
This probably a little
moment.
dirty.
I never had ass problems. Just to be clear, never had it, and I never used a bidet in my whole life.
Everybody has an ass problem. You're bugging.
An ass problem? Doe has an ass problem.
You're telling me
no ass problem.
You're telling me that you right now, right? No wipes, nothing like that. You take a shit, you wipe your ass with toilet paper, and then later on, say 2 hours later, you go and you wipe your ass, and it's just a clean sheet of paper, nothing. Yes. It's impossible.
No, it's not.
You're lying.
It's called wiping your ass.
No.
Like what are you talking about?
I don't think we have any way to prove this one way or the other that I actually want to see happen on this podcast.
I want to see it happen because Tony's a fucking liar, and I would love.
Matter of fact,
I would happily see his dirty toilet paper.
I am going to take a shit on the Airbnb. I'm going to take a shit before the pod. Mid pod, I'm going to be like, yo, I'll be right back. I'm going to wipe my ass and bring the toilet paper to the camera so you can see and the whole world's gonna see that.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom with you.
That's
Oh my
facts.
God.
You can hold one cheek if you want.
We're gonna have to.
I'll hold the other one.
We're gonna have to make up a
technical
technical difficulties like little graphic to pop up when the second Tony pops back in.
It blur that whole shit out.
Just to go back to the bidet talk though. Honestly, I don't know what I've been thinking because I went to Japan a couple years ago and I experienced the bidet for the first time because they have bidets everywhere in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was so amazing that like I was like, dude, we need to get a toilet like this. And then I don't know, I didn't do it. Then for years I just kind of chilled without, living that life. And then I don't know what overcame me. A couple of weeks back, I just bought a bidet and installed it on my toilet. I don't know. I think I had some drinks and I just like bought it on Amazon. Best decision ever. I don't wipe my ass for shit anymore. I wipe my ass to dry my ass.
Yeah, that also was the coolest thing. You'll save tons of money on toilet paper.
Doughy wastes a lot of toilet paper.
This man does a Buzz Lightyear.
He does like you look like those fourth graders who broke their arm. He does a whole toilet paper cast and then pulls it off, and then he does one swipe with that, puts it in the toilet, and makes it. That's how Doughy wipes his ass. He's wasting maybe like a roll every like 3 shits, and it's
that shit is, bro. This man reaches for the stars, bro. When he does toilet paper gatherings, like this shit is abnormal. It's not normal, man. It's not. It's not, bro. I'm baffled by all his bathroom etiquettes. Just the way his life is going on, I am baffled. I just don't understand.
Tony.
This,
okay.
man.
Oh, fucking K.
You're getting tight at me?
Yeah.
How are you getting tight at me? I'm getting tight at the toilet, at the amount of toilet. You probably clogged more New York bathrooms than anybody in New York.
Well, that's a bold claim.
That's a bold claim.
It might be factual.
I probably have.
Donald Trump lives in New York. I'd guarantee you that man has blown up several toilets in his life.
Oh, hear all the... Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, he looks like he uses a lot of toilet paper. And he looks like, on principle, he refuses to use a bidet. Like, he thinks it's beneath him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's for those other people. Like, I'm not using a bidet.
It's for those dirty people who can't wipe their ass correctly. Meanwhile, he's using like a whole roll of toilet paper for one swipe. Shit is madness. Anyways, back to giving you the
Could you imagine if he grabbed the toilet paper roll and just like squashed it so it was like flattened, and then he just took that like disc and he just like smeared it through his butt cheeks and just
tossed it.
That's disgusting. I can see Dough doing that shit.
That's Doughy's evolution, right there.
All right, yeah. So Doughboy, I'm giving you a chance, one small chance, right? One opportunity. Sees everything you ever wanted. One shot.
Spaghetti.
Damn.
So remember back in like 6 episodes ago, maybe 5, where it was the Moderna gang versus the Pfizer gang shots? Yeah. Come to find out, I got the Moderna shot.
I don't even know what shot you got.
Bro, it's crazy because I told Emily, like, yo, we're cracking on Doughboy, right? And because he's a Moderna bitch. And then she's like, she looks at me, stares at me. She's like, was that on recording? I was like, yeah, duh, what the fuck? She was like, you had the Moderna shot. I'm like,
oh my God.
My whole world just like shrunk. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, you got the Moderna shot. Like, I don't know.
Moderna
I was like, let me see the
baby.
paperwork. I showed the paperwork. It was definitely Moderna. I was like, fuck. But then
how do y'all keep setting up these things where it's top versus bottom, basically, on the split of life choices?
It just happens like that, bro. I don't fucking know.
That's crazy.
And then fucking, I come to find out that Moderna is now like the best shot to get against these new variants of COVID that are coming out. Even though Pfizer is also good, but they tested it and Moderna is that top dog. So it makes sense why we are top dogs. So, though, right now is your chance to attack and make funny jokes about my shot. Shit.
No, I think it was funny on its own. It's okay. Welcome to the gang.
We're the top dogs now. Bottom feeders.
I just think it's fitting that Tony always makes these types of blunders.
I feel like Tony has no idea what's happening in his medical life. Like he just gets told by his wife that he's got an appointment and he just shows up and they're like, "What are you here for?" He's like, I don't know. Here's my name. Just do whatever you need to do.
What the fuck did my wife tell you to do? That's what I'm here for.
I guess I'm getting a shot or something.
Yo,
That's a blessing.
This pot is so fucked, bro. We go through ups and downs in this shit. It's so ridiculous. It's like what was it? Oh man. What episode was it when we were making fun of Doe? Oh my god, I can't remember now. We're gonna have to make small clips and insert them every time.
What was it about? You don't have to.
It was about. I think it was about his bicycle shit. Oh, it was. All right, his stop sign shit. Right, he doesn't stop at lights.
Eating the stoplights.
Blowing through
Idaho stops. Right. Tell me how I saw a dick almost get hit at a red light because he was trying to do an Idaho stop over here.
He didn't do the Idaho stop correctly. Then.
Lions at Boynton Beach Road, my G. This cars are fucking whizzing by. It's 5:00. Everybody's trying to get home. This guy rolls up to the light. One car passes by and he just keeps rolling. A fucking truck comes. This guy fucking lets go of his bikes and just falls to the ground. The truck stops, lowers the window, and I guess he's cursing at him and drives off. And the guy's sitting there shocked, like, this guy almost hit me. And I'm sitting there like, what a dick. That's a doughboy nigga right there. That is a doughboy nigga right there. Almost gets hit by a truck and looks at the truck like he's the asshole. That's crazy, bro. When are you people going to learn? You better stop at red lights at major intersections, bro.
Yeah, I definitely am not crossing a major intersection without the light.
I would say that in Florida, I wouldn't dream of doing an Idaho stop or whatever because Florida driving scares me.
It's not that serious though. I mean, there's some close calls, dude. I've gotten close calls, times where I could have been very injured, and it just happens.
Oh, by the way, though,
maybe it wouldn't happen if you just did like a anywhere else stop instead of Idaho, right? Like you just stop.
Not necessarily at a stop sign. Or sometimes you're just on the road. You're not doing anything wrong. A car doesn't see you, and they turn into your lane. You know what I mean? He didn't see me. I wasn't doing anything wrong. So, I got out of the way quick enough. I yelled. I was riding in the lane with cars. There's no bike lane in that area, so you're riding with traffic. And he came in. I guess I was in his blind spot. It was a big ass car too. It was like a fucking some fucking Cadillacs, some big ass Cadillacs.
Escalades, like the
Escalade. It was an Escalade, yeah. So I don't think he saw me.
Big body photo
car.
Yeah, and then he turned into me. I was like, oh! and then he turned back. And then he turned back. Yeah.
So he had his windows open?
No, but I'm loud, dude, and I'm right next to you in your car. Like we're like a few feet away from each other.
That's a yelp, boy.
That sound anybody could hear him.
Yeah, no, it's either some weird sound or I go you're some good years.
Tony's right. That was a yelp. That sounded very much like Goofy going down the ski slope or something. That's a sound he would have made.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Super fact. So, how was everybody's week and weekend? Like, what did you guys did? Other than just be a normal fucking person. Like, anything exciting?
I went to Austin, Texas. That shit was banging. I love Austin, Texas. Shout out to Austin, Texas. Shout out to Mateo for hosting me.
We had a good time.
Shout out to everybody over there who came out and saw me. I really appreciate all that.
Shout out to the fan who called me off of Doughboy's phone, FaceTime. Shout out to that fan just to show love. Forgot your name. I feel terrible.
It was Josh.
Yeah.
Either Josh or Derek.
I give them both love. Shout outs to y'all. Y'all were there with me while I was taking the shit. I appreciate it. Shout outs to y'all. I do all business calls when I'm taking this shit. That's just how it is. It's the office.
Yeah, so I had some good barbecue, good tacos, good drinks. It was a very good time.
Did you have the queso, bro?
We did not get any queso while he was in town, actually.
Oh, my God, bro.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
You didn't do the burrito breakfast spot with the queso?
No, our days kept getting jumbled around. There's lots of improv in our schedules.
I would have made a move.
Doughy doesn't like to wake up in the morning, so
I sleep.
That's not inaccurate.
I couldn't live like that. I would be livid.
This nigga wakes up.
I would just get up and live my own life and then come back and get Doughy later.
I mean, that's basically what happened. Like that day we were talking on Discord and we weren't able to record. Doughy just vanished. I don't know if you noticed, but Doughy just walked off camera at one point. He went to go take a nap. I was looking around. I was like, did he go outside to smoke or something? No, he just passed out.
What the
taking a nap.
fuck? That'll be dope, bro. Dough is the worst. Don't give him your house keys, and that's your only type of keys, and he goes home early because he will not open the door for you, bro.
Can confirm.
He would not open the door. The fucking
Pucha was tight. Pucha was so mad.
I was tight. I think me and Pucha both had to take a shit or something.
You did. That's also true. And Doughy just over there picking up his phone and just setting it back down.
Banging on that big ass window. It's crazy that bedroom had the only biggest window where you can see right through. And we're looking at this dick. We're looking at him like, yo, you're literally ignoring the phone call right now, bro.
The only thing better would have been if instead of the phone, he got up, closed the blinds, and went right back.
Looked dead at us and closed up. I would have been tight. I would have been fucking tight. I would have got a pot of water with ice water and just dumped it on his bitch ass and said, now you are all wet. And then I'll walk right out of the fucking room.
Pot of boiling water. You mean now you are all second degree burned?
No, I said ice. I said ice water. I said ice water. I didn't say boiling water.
Oh, I heard boiling water.
You wanted boiling water. That nigga wants to burn
that would
you.
kill him. I don't want Doughy to die.
Yeah, hot steam might be good for his ass. That hot steam bath.
It might go all the way up.
Yeah,
all the way through the intestines and everything, and just clear them out.
They do heated bidets, right? Isn't that a thing, or is it just the seat that's heated?
No. There's warm water.
That's the next level.
My bidet has temperatures. I just don't have the hot water tap connected to it because it's another level of work.
I did feel like I was getting a colon cleanse when I was using the bidet.
You might be using too much pressure, man. Yeah,
that seems like a lot of force.
The water shouldn't go in your ass.
Why not?
Oh my god!
Then you're giving yourself an enema. You're gonna have to come back and do a diarrhea later.
Damn,
did that happen to you?
Don't trust the fart. Could you imagine fart with water build up into your anus? Nigga, that's a splash zone.
Ugh.
We're gonna lose our Lux bidet sponsorship here.
That's worse than a Poseidon's kit. That's a Poseidon shit.
A Poseidon fist, nigga. That's what's coming out of his ass. That's
my god.
Yeah, I didn't have no reservoir. There's no reservoir in my butthole. It all came out. It was all good.
Walk me through this because I'm really interested, right? So you take a shit, you got a bunch of shit in your ass cheeks or your asshole, right?
Yeah.
So do you
flush?
When you hold on. So I'm gonna go take a shit. I take a shit. When you sit down, do you spread your
Jesus, stop with this flush. Let him.
When you sit down,
flush. What are you talking about?
After you take a shit, like I flush before I start using the bidet and stuff.
All right, that's fine. You're a bidet rookie, so you got extra routines. I just wash my ass.
So I'm gonna go take a shit. I sit down. Do you do like a weird sit down where you like kind of spread your cheeks to get the water amperage or whatever? Like, cause we're all big niggas, right? We're not skinny. So, like, how do you sit? Do you sit with cheeks spread a little bit and then you take a shit and then you hit the water and it splashes, splash, and then you flush? And then you get up and dry yourself down? Like, what do you do with that dry rag?
Well, hold on. Did you say water amperage?
No, I don't think I said water amperage.
I think you said water amperage.
We could rewind the tape. We could do another one of those rewind the tape shits. Mark the time. 25 seconds in. We can mark or 25
electrical
minutes.
Water. Like, all right. Sorry. Go ahead.
So
go ahead, though. It's on you. Answer.
Like,
you've been asking a question for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so I do spread my cheeks. I don't know who doesn't spread their cheeks before they sit down. That would be weird. a closed butt, like a closed butt.
You spread your cheeks before you take a shit?
You spread your sheets?
My cheeks, yes.
When you sit down in the toilet, you spread your cheeks.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a little spread.
When you say you don't know who doesn't, well, I do not spread my cheek. I just sit. Okay.
No, that's why I'm asking, because I don't know how. Because I don't really spread. I just sit, right, and I'm just asking for a big nigga on a bidet. If you kind of like sit down and just like wiggle your cheeks to where your asshole's more exposed, does the water explosion there happen better, or doesn't matter? It's gonna hit it either way.
I mean, I never got. Maybe one time I got like water on my ball sack, but that's about it. Like
that's because you was using a woman one, you said, right?
It hits the gooch and it hits the booty hole, and you take a shit, you flush the shit down first.
Oh, so you don't do bidet. A pucho. You don't use the shitty water. You don't leave.
Yeah, I do not use the shitty water.
It's not using the shitty water.
Well, I'm not saying that it's shitty water, but it just feels weird to have like a whole bunch of doo-doo and then spraying.
Did you see what I was doing there, Mateo? Did you see that little sneak this pucho? He's using the shitty water to wipe his ass. That water never touches your asshole, by the way, people.
That would definitely be a serious bidet flaw if it was just recycling the water from the bowl.
Yeah. No, there's a water. There's a pipe of water going straight into the bidet. It has nothing to do with the water that's in the bowl.
So then Dobo is wasting water, pretty much. He's wasting
double flushes. He wastes toilet paper, wastes water, he wastes everything. He's a wasteful man.
Doughy is probably banned from California. Like there's probably some regulations to keep him out of California.
We do not want this man here.
You know, like we barely got enough water as is. He's flushing 5 times every time he goes to the bathroom. Wasting an entire tree worth of toilet paper.
Here's a question. When you use toilet paper, do you flush before you wipe?
Wait. Do I put toilet paper on top of like my dookie and stuff?
Like you have shit in the bowl.
Yeah, I always flush.
Do you wipe and then throw the paper in, or do you flush and then wipe?
As soon as the shit hits the toilet, I flush it.
I see.
That's a lot of waste. You're wasting 1,000% of every water in New York City in toilet paper.
This podcast is teaching us a lot of really weird things I didn't think that I would know about, y'all.
Yeah.
Over time, it's going to get worse.
Sometimes I read a whole book with a dookie under me. All right.
There is levels to it, right? If that shit stinks, like it's you got to flush. Do yourself the courtesy and flush. But I take a shit. Excuse me, I'll wipe my ass.
Jesus Christ. There's a mute button, man. What the fuck?
My nigga, I got a son. I'm a father. How can I mute and burp? I'm burping with burping. We're burping, all right? What am I supposed to do here?
Tony's over here burping himself,
your
too.
Son? Yeah, isn't your son supposed to be the one burping?
I have to channel him. I have to show him how to burp. You have to show these kids things. You don't have a son yet or a daughter, though. You'll understand one day when you have a kid. You have to show them first. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my stomach showing him how to crawl, and now he's crawling. A month old is crawling. This kid is advanced, bro.
How do we not have footage of Tony over here crawling around showing Luca how to crawl?
Yeah, I need that.
It'll be
by the way,
what?
I'm gonna be videotaping a lot through my phone. All of our encounters.
You're gonna be vlogging?
Yeah, we're gonna vlog it.
I've always wanted to vlog. Emily looks at me and tells me no. I'm like, why? Niggas want to see my life. She's like, no one cares about your life. I'm like, bro, if I record my everyday events at my mother's and father's house, this shit would be a show. The beast shit that happens in that house, people of America would love to see, be like, what a Hispanic household looks like.
Tony wants to be a reality TV star.
Yo, you could stand down the block from his house and hear everyone having a conversation in his house.
They're so fucking loud, bro. Like, yo, that if you want an infant or a baby to get used to loud noises, go to a Spanish household, especially during the weekend. They're gonna know all the bachata records, all type of records, all type of laughter, loudness. Like, they're just gonna know.
Here I got one for you, Pooch. Speaking of other angles, did y'all hear about that Olympian that got suspended?
Yo,
I mean, you got to hit angles to run, right? And you need to hit angles to hit that blunt, right? So I mean, yeah, I heard about the Olympian that got suspended.
She's one of the most gorgeous human beings on this earth.
Nice plug. Yeah. I one of my friends is actually, she was following her like a lot, just because she used to run, and there was some other black runner who also like had like long nails back in the day. I don't remember her name. So I don't know. I think there's like a thing there where like I think like some of the standards and what these Olympians are supposed to look like all clean shaven, blonde, like just like the very standard look. I think they were like trying to subvert expectations on appearance and stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
That woman should have won some medals just for being able to go and like line up for the race with those nails. That woman had some impressive nails.
Some say that actually helped her and enhanced her because of the nail grip. She just gripped on that
nail
page.
grip.
Who is this? Who is this? Some people.
It was me.
Tony. It was
just
Tony.
made it up right now. Just did it
He
right
made
now.
it 100.
I think them long nails are very attractive.
How do you wipe your ass?
They put it around there.
You think she has a bidet?
Bidet.
Probably, yeah.
Doughboy's over here doing his method.
Anybody with long nails like that, I don't know how you wipe your ass. I be watching people struggle with like remote controls, struggle with pushing the buttons on their keys. It's like there's no way you're wiping your ass effectively.
I don't think I could type. I think I would be useless.
That would be good back scratchers though.
Why?
Yeah,
Why is weed still listed as a performance enhancing drug though? Like, why is that?
I don't know, bro. I think it has to do with since old style rules and laws, like how weed it was at some point illegal. I mean, it's still illegal in some states, right? But and I think now that it's starting to be like a normal thing, a legal thing, like I think they should remove that from the equation because weed is not enhancing you, bro. That shit slows you down. So if anything, she's slowing herself down, so she's even faster than what she really is. If you really look at it, like she's one of those type that can hit the blunt. I'm gonna go half speed on these slow ass bitches, like, and then fucking takes off. You know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous, bro.
You're saying that she's like that the blunt is like her weighted clothing. She's
Facts.
like Goku.
She's Goku.
Over there.
She's Goku, bro. She is Goku. She wears that damn weighted vest and ankle shits, and she just takes off. She might be faster than Usain Bolt. Some would say.
I don't think anybody would say that. But 2 questions: is marijuana listed as a banned substance or a performance enhancement drug? Because that's interesting.
That's a fair point, actually, because I don't know.
I was just curious.
The distinction on that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe there is no distinction. But secondly, could you give us a little summary, Mateo, so that everybody who's not familiar with what we're discussing?
From what I saw, apparently her mother, her father, someone passed away in her family recently. Do you know the specifics on that, Doe?
Her mother passed away recently, and she's been using marijuana to cope.
Yes. And because she qualified for the Olympics and was going to be representing Team USA, they do drug test on them. I don't know if they do random. I don't know if they just screen them once you get accepted. But yeah, so she popped for marijuana, which is interesting. I don't understand the thought process on that being a banned substance, whether it's listed as performance enhancing or whatever. It is listed as a banned substance, but like, I just can't understand the thought process there. I've never, to Tony's point, I've never been faster after smoking weed. I mostly want to take a nap, eat some cheese doodles.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's definitely Super Saiyan, bro. She's definitely fast though. She really did blow out the competition. And it sucked too. Like people are trying to throw a lot of race cards and shit into it. I don't really think it's that. I think it's just like it's a stupid rule that needs to be changed because that's not smoking weed ain't enhancing shit. You know what I mean? Who's the other Olympian? The swimmer Phelps? Didn't he get caught?
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, didn't he get caught for weed too and got suspended? And I think medals were taken away too, right? I think go ahead.
I think that other one, Ryan Lochte or whatever, I think he also got suspended at some point. Or maybe his was tied into that fake story he told where they like beat up that storekeeper or something. Don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, there was a whole thing with that. No,
So you're saying they took Michael Phelps' medals away? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I read online because they were comparing her suspension to all the other ones that got caught for weed and shit, and they were saying that medals were taken away and stuff. And then people on Facebook are going crazy. They were talking about how they're kicking her off the Olympic teams. And this, I was like, no, there's nowhere did it say that. Like people just read that Facebook posts, bolded letters, and was like, kicked from the team. Like, nah, she got suspended. Like she's still eligible to play. Like in all this, like. It's just.
Well,
is she going to represent the United States at the Olympics or not?
I think the suspension is going to last through the Olympics.
No,
I don't think she's competing, but I'm not positive. Like that might be.
I read. Well, it could be false news too, or maybe. But I read online that it was going to end right before the Olympics take place, and she was going to be able to go to Tokyo.
If so, then yeah.
Let's see. Says she's suspended for 1 month. It's iffy on if she's going to be able to represent.
It's like right there at the line, bro. Like right off the cut. Yeah. I hope she does go.
I would think that if she does represent America, it'll be like a very like against the rules, like but probably like a political thing where they're trying to make a like a statement of maybe like making moves towards getting marijuana lifted off of the banned substances or whatever. Because I don't know. So part of me, I'm like 100%. I'm with y'all. Like it shouldn't be in the list of substances and shit like that. But on the other hand, it's like she's a professional athlete. Like they know the rules. They signed up for them. They signed the agreements. They did all those things. So it's very, regardless of the circumstances, it's very like careless to be playing with your livelihood like that. Is it right or wrong? That's a conversation. But I do think it's a little silly that she would even do that to begin with, especially knowing what the consequences could be,
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. I mean, and honestly, studies have shown that like weed is not like the greatest way to cope with things. As humans, we do lots of things that are bad for coping. I mean, how many times have we all drank as some kind of coping mechanism? So like, I get the destructive urge, but yeah, I mean, it's your livelihood. You gotta be careful.
Not even that. Like she's grieving. Like people when they grieve, they do things that they normally wouldn't do. I'm not saying. Doesn't she live in a state that weed is legal?
I think she's from Texas, which weed is very much not legal here.
She's from Texas?
I'm pretty sure she's from Texas.
Double check that, Mateo, because I don't think she's from Texas. I think she was like from.
She's definitely Southern. I heard her.
Oh yeah, she's a Southern woman. Some would say Southern Belle. Doughboy would say Southern Belle because he's infatuated with her.
She is from Dallas, Texas.
No. Another stand correction on my point.
Yeah, there was like Texas was going crazy with like the Olympic team because I think there's like 3 or 4 girls that are representing Team USA that are from Texas.
Also,
including the GOAT herself.
What,
Miss Biles?
Oh, Simone Biles. Shout out to her. Yo, how do they have to rate her on a curve against everyone else? It's weird.
They think that she's going to win every single gold in every event she's going to compete in.
Because she is. And guess what?
She had that one slip.
She could do that.
She had that one slip and she was devastated, bro.
She still won.
Yeah. You know what's crazy too? That Chinese chick, I think she was Chinese. I'm not sure. People don't kill me. But the Chinese chick that was right after her went up is extremely good as well. But even with her slip up and mistake, she still outclassed her. That to me is saying that this girl she's winning every fucking gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is crazy. She's really good, bro. Really fucking good.
I swear that woman defies the laws of gravity. Like, you know that Animatrix clip with the runner. That's her. That's her. And every time that she competes,
I like
breaking the Matrix a little bit.
Yeah, those Animatrix shits are also fire. I like those shits.
Yeah.
So also back to the drug thing. Like even the NFL, even all the NFL players, they know when they're getting drug tested. These dicks still fail the drug test. Like they are warned, like, yo, drug test is next week. Clean your shit out. This and that. They don't give a fuck. They still smoke weed. It's like, bro, y'all know it's coming. Like, why are you even? They clean yourself. Nope, they still don't give a fuck. They go and they get suspended, and it's like, bro, y'all know when it's happening. Like, why are we doing this still? All the coaches know you smoking weed. Everybody knows you're smoking it. Just pass the test when it comes, and no one would give a shit about it.
Are they random in the NFL? Do they know that the test is coming? Or
they're random. They know when that test is coming, bro. The coaches, come on, bro. They know when the test is coming. It's just stupid, bro. Weed at this point need to be abolished from like any legal ways, 100%. Everybody just forget about it. It's just like alcohol. Just make it normal. Fuck it.
I'm surprised Biden hasn't tried to get some more Zoomer votes by announcing some kind of plan to legalize.
He'd lose a lot of votes.
You think?
There's more old. Yeah, he's got way more old as moderates in his camp than these young. These Zoomers don't even go out and vote. That's matter how many of them you get in your pocket. They're not going to go out and vote for anybody.
That's the problem.
Half the people you know don't go out and vote. Voting should be mandatory, dude.
100%.
Anyhow, about the testing scheduling and stuff like that. Like I don't know how they do it in the NFL, but I know for sure when it comes to the Olympics, it's completely random. Like it's random dates, random times, and it could be at any moment. Like you could have got tested yesterday, they could come back in 3 days and test you again. Like the idea behind the Olympic style drug testing is to like really make sure that the athletes that are performing are not on any kind of drugs. And there's rumors that everybody's on all types of drugs anyway. So like, cause there's all these different types of, you could take like performance enhancement drugs, and then there's other drugs you could take that could mask those substances in your bloodstream and things like that.
Weren't they doing blood transfusions at some point? Like they were getting like super oxygen rich blood or something, and doing blood transfusions or something crazy like that.
Yeah, there's blood doping stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you could get caught for that too. Now they check like your hemoglobin levels and shit like that, and if they're too high, they're like, nah, you're blood doping. Yeah. But yeah, basically injecting blood into your body puts like more oxygen in your bloodstream, so you could run longer, swim faster for a longer period of time. Like pretty much you have more oxygen in your bloodstream, so you could hold your breath longer or do more strenuous things. So yeah, it's just another edge. Like it's a shame. There's been like I can't remember. There's like a boxer back in like 1908 or something like that. There was a whole thing about him taking some type of like performance enhancement things. It's like it's something that's been around sports since sports were invented. It's always going to be around. Everybody's always going to try to find an advantage somehow. Like if it's not on a banned list, they're going to use it. If it's on a banned list, they're going to try to find the loophole to be able to use it. And it's, I don't know. Canelo got bagged. He said it was the meat. Remember that? He's like, oh no. The cows in this part of Mexico, they're steroid rich. Okay, they're rich in steroid. He got away with it. So I don't know, man.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That brings up a question though. This is something I've thought about before. Should we care? Like, should we care if athletes are on performance enhancing drugs or not?
Yeah.
Well, as Bucho has previously said, sports are inherently unfair. Like that's the entire point of sports, is that some people are better at things than other people because of practice and natural genetics and whatever various factors. So should we give a shit? Like should it just be people can take whatever steroids they want? We can be actually looking at like peak physical form with enhancement, and we could just
I think there should be like
stop caring about that.
I think there should be like a separate NFL and like NFL Blitz. Like it's just like some over the top, high flying, like then like
every dude weighs 300 pounds of pure muscle.
Yeah.
Nah, I think for some sports, I don't think we should give a fuck. Some things like football, like boxing, UFC, like those types of things where it's like there's a more physicality to the sport, I would be concerned like if we're just letting everybody just jack up to the maximum, only because I like without any data, my gut tells me that more people would be severely injured. Like that's what my gut says, right?
What sports would it be okay?
Or would they all be like just blitzed out of their mind on painkillers too? They'd just be like just roided up and painkillered out and just see some extremely
Max
brutal.
Payne, nothing's effect. They get shot 78 times, like just pop some. Nah, like so, like what sports? Like basketball, tennis, pretty much any sport where no one's getting
physical contact.
into physical like contact. That's.
And you think performance enhanced drugs is okay in those sports?
They're gonna be able to shoot from half court.
No, I'm just saying that shit doesn't make no sense to me because it's like whether it's not physical or not, any enhancements is gonna benefit that person. So if me not taking any enhancements go against fucking Serena Williams, mind you, I'm not a fucking tennis player, and she's taking enhancements, she's gonna dominate me. Or the other way around, actually. She's so good and I take enhancements and I dominate her because of the enhancements. That shit's super unfair. I didn't have to train. I bought my way. I bought a victory.
So my thought process is, as Buchel said, there's all kinds of loopholes to this stuff. People are doing performance enhancing things when they're competing in the Olympics. It's just the ones that they're doing are probably like some loophole drug that hasn't been specifically banned or something, or they're doing. You have more money, you can pay for crazy recovery things like that cryotherapy shit where you're sitting in, ice baths and getting like specialized treatment. Like this is all performance enhancing stuff. So like if you legalize everything, if there's no ban on it, it should take out the edge, right? Like in theory, it should take out the
it definitely makes for the most fair version of the sport.
Right?
That doesn't make sense to you, Tony? Like if say there was no rule against steroids and everybody used steroids, wouldn't the sport be fair?
Yeah, maybe.
Now, granted,
that's all Mateo's saying.
Now, granted, you'd probably see a bunch of young people just completely ruining themselves in the future because they'd be roided out of their fucking brains and hopped up on painkillers and, doing fucking speed or something. So they have hyper attentive like reflexes, like there'll be some long-term damage there. Maybe it's not the best idea just for that particular purpose.
For sure. Yeah, there'd definitely be a lot of side effects to living that type of lifestyle. Just steroids fuck you up too, man. They're not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like minor things. It's like they'll give you acne and shit like that. But there's also like hyperaggression that's like associated with taking steroids. It does like bad shit to like your heart
and your gonads.
And maybe if you're unlucky like Robert Paulson, you'll develop bitch tits. Fight Club, fucking Meatloaf, he had bitch tits because he took so much steroids. I don't know how accurate that is, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, and then like you said, then there's all types of other drugs. Like if it's like no holds barred, like maybe they start doing like fucking crack or like heroin or cocaine or something because like you sniff some cocaine 5 minutes before you fight and like now you're all amped up for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it's like then shit could get crazy. Aside from the fact of like other people getting harmed and shit like that, but even just like the amount of people that end up harming themselves would be ridiculous.
That boxing, the in between rounds, the cut man, he'd be doing way different things in this hypothetical league. Be over there cutting up a line for them to do a bump real quick.
Shit is wild.
Cocaine. I need cocaine.
Fucking cut man coming over with a popsicle stick. Nigga, here. All right, tú está bien. I don't know why I just put a Cuban voice on there. It's just weird.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. But Tony, would that lead to more addiction though?
Once you open the pathway to drugs and hard drugs like crack, cocaine, and meth, yes, you become an addict. You become an addiction person of drugs. You're an addict. You're a dick. Because you have an addiction. which is terrible. That's why people hated weed. They said that was a gateway of drugs, like a gateway to lead to other drugs, which I think is stupid. I just think people try to chase their first high and they'll never get it back. Like that's why it's called your first high. This is me.
That makes no sense at all.
Makes perfect sense.
I don't
You think the first time they get high, they're chasing that high?
Yes, meth addicts. Coke.
So you're saying the first time they smoke weed, that high is so good, they're chasing it, so then they end up doing crack or something?
No, like they're like the meth heads and all that. Once they get that first meth hit, they're chasing that meth hit, and they're trying to get back to that fucking first feeling they got when they first tried it, and that's chasing the high, and they're never gonna get that at all, and that's why they become addicts. And also, it affects their brains where they can't quit. They think they can't quit. It just makes them weak in the mind.
So Tony, run us through this topic, because this spawned from a conversation on PlayStation 4, right? Or on PlayStation chat.
I think so.
DMX had died, and he died from an overdose, I'm guessing. And Tony was like, "That nigga is a dick." And we were like, "Really?"
Mind you, to all the viewers and listeners out there, see how Doughboy paints the picture of me. Because what I said was, his people are dicks. That's what I said. I never said he's a dick. I said his people are dicks. And then
you said both. I was present. You definitely said DMX was a dick.
I said his people are the dicks for letting him do it. And then I doubled down and said he's a dick. Mind you, RIP to DMX, but I think that when someone finally cleanses themselves of the drugs, right, and his people see him, people can tell when niggas is trying to sneak and do drugs. His people literally let him fall back into that habit. They're fucking dickheads. And then DMX, knowing, I think, to me, I would say that DMX went to rehab like what, several times? So his people, so his people should have known, like, damn, we got to keep a closer eye on this dude, because, you know, weak moments, he might, you know, fail to withstand his urges and do it again. So yeah, they're dicks. And then I said that he was also a dick for not looking for help. Like, because he's done it before. Like, why not look for help, man, to prevent this? And mind you, I'm not trying to shit on DMX himself, but it's just like, bro, people who are addicts go there for depression type purposes, right? They become there. To me, mind you, their mind is not strong enough to they're not strong minded in a way to deal with stuff. So they need help, which seeking help is good, because some people can't handle some shit. You know what I mean? That's what depression's a bitch too.
That's why I started smoking weed, because I was so depressed and it made me happy. So I started self-medicating. I found weed made me happy.
Is that the real reason?
Yeah, I started smoking weed when I was young, 13.
What made you depressed at such a young age, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, there's a lot of things, dude. There's a lot of stuff that went on in my childhood.
Family stuff?
Yeah, my mom and dad divorced and a bunch of shit happened, you know what I mean? My brother didn't take it well. There's a lot of shit.
Doughy, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard people argue both sides of this. Do you feel that you can be addicted to weed?
Yes. It's not a strong addiction, because if I could stop today if I really wanted to. I don't, but I could stop, and it'll take like 2 weeks for me to that urge that you really need to smoke kind of goes away after 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks are the hardest though, because you'll be thinking about smoking, something will piss you off, you'll be more agitated and shit like that, and then eventually that feeling will go away. I kind of never felt like I don't know, I guess I like weed too much. It's just you can't overdose on it. Maybe my lungs are gonna pay for it in the future, but I like it. I definitely think that there's some addictive traits to marijuana. There's people though. I've known heroin addicts. I've known people that have substituted their heroin addiction with marijuana because it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of like a downer. So it's I think it's a good alternative to get people off, their drug addiction. I think it's a better drug to be on, to be honest.
So you'd say that it's a gateway drug to sobriety.
It could be used in that way.
I'm just turning the head on the gateway drug.
Because,
I'm not making fun of you.
Because I've even known alcoholics, man. Like, that's terrible. Alcoholism, the withdrawals, they are literally addicted to the drink. They can't not. It sucks. That shit is very painful.
You can die if you're that addicted and you try to just go cold turkey.
Yep, you could die. You see, the person I know started to have seizures when they stopped drinking, and they had to call the ambulance and stuff. And that shit's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And he's a nice guy. He just has issues. He'll relapse. He'll go to rehab for alcoholism. He'll come back out, and all it takes is one drink, and he can't stop. He'll drink the entire bottle.
I feel weird about this, but I do actually kind of agree with some aspects of what Tony has said, though. I don't know that I would go full on and say that addicts are dicks, but
some addicts.
There are definitely some selfish aspects to addiction.
Yes,
and obviously, like, it can have lots of causes. There can be dopamine receptors in your brain that are messed up. It can be a chemical imbalance that causes you to seek out, these other forms of medicating yourself, basically. And there's just addictive personalities in general, and you can get addicted to damn near anything. I mean, like, physical addiction is a thing. People get addicted to masturbation. Like, people are sex addicts. Like, it doesn't have to be a drug necessarily, but there's something missing that you're trying to fill a void with typically. So there can be there's a selfish aspect to an addiction for sure.
I think people who say that they're addicted to marijuana, with all respect, are fucking dicks.
So I'm curious. Let's explore, what is it about an addict that you think makes them, and when you say a dick, could you explain a little more? Because I think our circle uses the word dick very differently than the rest of society. Because society uses the word dick to mean asshole, and that's not at all. Like, we're saying more like an idiot, right?
Yeah, more like an idiot. Our group, our circle,
people that smoke marijuana and say they're
idiots.
Addicted to marijuana
are dicks, are idiots. These people, for example, Doughboy, since you're here, you said you're addicted to marijuana. I think that you're not addicted to marijuana. You're addicted to feeling that effect of marijuana, right? You can stop. Hold on. Now, listen. I know it sounds stupid. You can stop at any point in time. You choose not to. That's not an addiction. You choose not to because you are selfish. You want to feel that feeling. That's it. You can stop. I've smoked weed. I stopped. I like weed. I like the whole process of weed, the growing, the breaking down, the whole. I like that process. Anytime I see niggas with buds or anybody with a bud, I inspect the bud. I look at the bud. I've seen it. Double, you've seen me do it. I look at the bud.
It's the worst thing in the world when somebody who does not smoke at all will pull your bag out.
I don't do that. That's beast.
And then
I have my full nostril.
He'll take your buds out and then start breaking them apart. And I'm like, come on, dude. I want to see inside.
I've never done that. This is all false. What I've done, I've looked at his weed and I just looked at it, right? And I'm testing it like with my hands, seeing how it is, if it's dried up, if it's good or bad weed. And he's telling me that you don't even smoke weed. So who are you to gauge the goodness of weed? Which could be true. But as somebody who, back in the day, who has tried marijuana and know the difference between good shit and bad shit, I'm gonna tell you if your shit is good or bad. That's it.
Is this husk proofing? Is this another form of husk proofing?
No, this has nothing to do with husk.
That's all it ever is.
This is nothing to do with husk.
It's the same type of mental process that that leads him to trying to test your couch to see if it's a good couch. There's some underlying addiction to testing things that Tony has.
Oh my god! So now I'm a dick.
Maybe some would say that he's a dick for it. I don't know.
Now I'm a dick for testing things.
But
I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about Tony constantly trying to be a detective and just investigating stuff all the time.
Yo, but back to the thing. I'm saying that people can stop doing drugs. They're gonna need help.
What makes you think that they could just stop?
Anybody can stop anything with the right help, with the right guidance, with the right help. Yeah, with the right backing. Doughboy can stop if his mind is a little bit stronger and he doesn't give up as easy. And then with the right coaching and the right people behind him, he can stop smoking weed. Just the other day, he said he quit vaping. This nigga's vaping right now. And we are dicks.
He didn't quit vaping.
And we are dicks because we're allowing him to continue to vape. We should be calling him out every time and maybe aggravating him and telling him, yo, put that dick down and take it out of your mouth and stop smoking it. Maybe this is what we got to do. Maybe I'm a dick. I'm the dick for not stopping this nigga from, staying consistent and quitting his vaping.
You actually hit on a good point there. Like the people in your life do have to back you whenever you're trying to quit an addiction.
That's why I say.
About this?
Granted, Doughy needs to tell us that that's the assistance he wants. Like if Doughy wants to quit vaping again and he wants us to call him out, like he has to let us know.
Addicts are going to do that.
What about the term letting someone hit rock bottom, or they have to hit rock bottom before?
Nah.
Like, you never heard that?
No, I've heard. I'm saying, nah. Let's not let you hit rock bottom. Let's try to stop the rock bottom. Niggas who get hit to the rock bottom die most of the time, or they're just gone. You know what I mean?
Some people are led by their addiction so strongly that they can, you know what I mean? Their addiction is so strong that they can't say no. They can't see a life without the bottle or the injection or the cocaine or something like that.
And maybe that's where I'm the dick, because I see that as being weak-minded. Your mind is already fractured enough to where you can't. You convince yourself that you can't say no, and I think that some of our approaches to how we treat addictions are outdated and wrong. Because I've read some recent stuff about like AA, right? Let's just take it to like alcoholism, and the whole thing with AA is just not a drop. You quit, never a drop again, and it's kind of flawed. I've read research that says that it's if they had like a more like a moderation approach in teaching people how to like actually control their urges and manage their drinking, then they would be better off than trying to just do pure off the like on the wagon, no drinks or anything. Shit, dude, there's bars that will give you free beers for bringing in your AA coins, which is a fucked up thing. Completely fucked up thing. But like there's bars that will give you drinks for like bringing in your AA coins. Those are dicks.
Right?
That sounds fucked up. Like they're trying to rope you back into
keep
they're like
money.
The fucking they're like the stereotypical like drug dealer who's like, hey kids, you want to try some drugs? like for one, that doesn't really happen. But for two, it's like dealers that try to get people addicted to drugs so that they could sell them drugs. I've never seen this in my entire life.
Based off Doughboy's story when he was 12 years old with the stripper and shit, that guy was probably that guy who did that to Dough. Hey kid, you want to try some marijuana? And Doughboy was like, yeah. Then he probably did it.
Nah, I mean, that
was his story, not mine.
I get what you're saying. I don't know if that applies to me but I've heard of that, especially with women, getting women addicted to drugs, drug dealers getting women addicted to drugs and getting like,
as using them as like pimps, like using them as prostitutes and manipulating their mind.
Well, that's how you start. You get them to use drugs and stuff, but it's like a process. You could turn somebody into a junkie. Now you have revenue from that person. So
you would agree to my statement saying when you start using drugs, it makes you weak-minded and more submissive?
Well, it's not about making weak-minded. Some people are more strong, have more willpower, are more strong-minded than others. Not everybody is on an equal playing field mentally. You know what I mean? Like,
I personally don't like the characterization of saying that people that get addicted to drugs are weak. I think it's a
I think the drugs make them
uh,
weak-minded. The drugs.
I think it's a very toxic way. No, the drugs make them addicted. Like, to say weak implies like if you were stronger, you could just like do mad crack and then just not be worried about getting addicted to crack. Like, it's just not accurate.
No, the drugs make
Like-
you. The drugs make you weak. It breaks you down. It makes you into. When I say weak, I'm not saying the person itself is weak. I'm saying that the drug makes them weak enough to where they can't have the will to stop. They need help. Like
Yeah, it's called addicted. The drug gets you addicted. Calling a person weak is very toxic because then the all characterizations of that person now are filtered through this idea that they're weak to you. Like, oh, because a weak, if they were strong, they could just stop, is what you're saying. And like, it's just not true. Like, that's not accurate. Like,
not stop. They can start the process to stop and ask for help and seek for help. There's I don't know. I've never been really addicted to anything. Maybe just addicted to test the strength of shit. Cool. But
Have you ever known anybody that has had really bad drug problems like that they can't stop?
Yeah.
And you don't like
And he's a dick for it. But I think he's stopped and slowed down because he seeked help. But he's a dick. He had kids.
That sucks.
Like it's and I'm really harsh. The way I speak, people, I'm harsh guy. Like maybe I don't know. Ever since my grandmother died, I've been really harsh on certain shit. Like I just don't. I think you're a fucking dick. Like literally an asshole for certain things that people do in life. Like, and maybe that blocked my my brain receptors to feeling sensitivity for people. You know what I mean? Maybe that's how the effect of losing my grandmother, fucked me up so bad to where my sensitivity level for people is probably not even there. I don't know. I mean, there are some things like I'm probably getting it back now with the kid. It's making me better because certain things I'm feeling more sensitive to, like what he's feeling and shit. But I don't know, bro. Everybody, like death and families and people and addicts that are in your family, and it changes you. It fucks your mind up. It fucks my mind up. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm the super strong-minded will person. Like there is times where I have fucking mentally broke down, but I brought myself back together. Mid breakdown, I stopped and said, "Yo, like relax. You're good." You know what I mean? But it is difficult. I don't know. I was never an addict. I see addicts as like fuck, bro. Like something happened to you that fucked you up and no one was there for you. You know it's bad, but you keep doing. And I think that's the idiot version in you. But like Pooch was saying, it's an addiction, bro. Like you're
making it the way you characterize it,
because it's
exactly why you're saying it's weak. Because it's like you have this view that every day this person wakes up and they're like, I could stop doing this, or I'm gonna do the drugs, and it's like that does happen to an extent, but it's the drug has altered the way that this person is able to think and how they could process whether they want to make this decision or not. Their body is addicted to these things. Like they have to do this or else they suffer physical pain, physical the fever.
Yeah, you gotta like wean them off of it so they don't die, right? Is that what you're saying? Like their body yearns for it, like it wants it because that's the only way it's surviving right now. Like
yeah, that's why methadone clinics exist and things like that to help people get off meth. Yeah. And you also like you hit part of like you're like they could seek help and they could ask for assistance. And part of the reason they don't is because people characterize them having an addiction as them being weak-minded, as it being a failure of their character. And that's part of the reason why people don't reach out for help. There's a stigma that goes along with things like that. I mean, it's why people don't reach out for mental health issues. The same kind of thing.
In the Spanish community, it's so fucking bad.
Really?
Oh man, yeah. The stigma of going to a therapist or taking some sort of medication for your depression or, dude, it's so frowned upon, and even in my family. But I mean, I've had a lot of people in my life pass away from overdose and addiction.
Yeah, that sucks. And that's
I
the
can't.
doctor's fault too. I think most of the time, like the doctor prescribing these fucking pills needs to every time my doctor prescribes me pills, I ask him. I'm like, yo, is this gonna affect this? Is this gonna do that? And the reason why I question pills now, it was because of Michael and what happened to him. I question every fucking pill that comes to my way that I have to take, and I ask, like, is this gonna affect me in this? Is this gonna double down me even harder? Like, because that shit's scary, my dude. You're taking medicine that the doctor prescribing you, and you don't know how it's going to, both medicines that you're taking are going to react with each other. And you know what I mean? And the doctor needs to be more aware of that shit, bro. Like, it's just, it's shit's sad, bro. That shit is.
A lot of times, though, it could, a lot of times, doctors are too, willing to just give out prescriptions and things like that. That's a known phenomenon, and there's studies and there's like documented evidence of doctors like fucking trading like sexual favors for pills or drugs for pills or admittance into certain communities for like all types of shit like that. Like those things have happened, right? But on the other hand, there's also the fact that like a doctor may give you a prescription or two that does not like conflict, like they could go together, and then that doctor doesn't know that you're going to go home and you're going to smoke weed on top of that, and you're going to drink alcohol on top of that, and you're going to smoke cigarettes, and maybe you're going to take a hit of this other thing, and then this big combination of all this other bullshit is what invites those complications. So it's like it's totally possible that they overdose on what a doctor gave them, but a lot of times it's all the other stuff wrapped into that too. And it's also why pills, like medicine, isn't always the answer, right? Like it's why like you need to find the people that have these issues and make sure that they're in the right headspace. Like it's almost like there needs to be some type of like psychological evaluation of a person before you give them pills that could kill them. You know what I mean? Because like you need to know, like, oh, is this person addicted to something, or is it addicted to other things? Like what other things are they using? Like because you're gonna give them these pills and then something bad's gonna happen. And then there's the whole other aspect where like if you give somebody too many pills and shit like that, like it'll give them the opportunity to get hooked to this. And then because that's really what's happening, the meth crisis, that the epidemic, right, that's happening in this country, is it's about basically doctors prescribing enough medicine for people to get hooked, then the doctor's not renewing those prescriptions, and then people go out and get heroin to substitute those addictions that they have, or
it's craziness.
Meth. And what was that?
Yeah, it's crazy stuff like that. That's 100% what is driving like the
also
just
they're putting bits of fentanyl in everything now. Like if you're gonna buy shit from the black market or from people out there in the streets, like they're lacing it with fentanyl. And that literally the smallest grain of fentanyl can kill you if you've never had it before.
The lethal dose on that stuff is crazy tiny.
Yeah, it's like the smallest speck can kill you. So that's how Mac Miller died recently. He got bad drugs. A lot of people have been receiving bad drugs and been dying from the bad drugs that they get.
Yeah, that shit is
it's very unfortunate, dude.
Shit kind of makes a case for just legalizing drugs, because if drugs were legal, then
you get
not
clean
decriminalizing.
drugs.
I mean, like like going through the process. Like basically, you're gonna have companies that are gonna start producing like meth, and they have to, be safe to some respect. You know what
like
I'm
Walter
saying?
White.
Walter
White
crazy?
made that 99.99% meth.
That clean boy.
Was that killing people, or was that just such a clean hit? I don't know.
You got
but
something...
yeah, my point is that basically, like a lot of the time, like I remember back in the day, they used to lace drugs with like rat poison. They like basically people would put all types of shit in drugs so that people could feel like a severe reaction and be like, damn, that shit was good, or it hit me hard, and all this, and then kind of keep using, and bam, sometimes it's like, oh, you got too much, you got a bad batch, and now you're dead. And if this stuff were regulated, like, you know, they couldn't put like some of, you know, a lethal dose of fentanyl in the drug, because then they'd be like, no, like, you're gonna kill people with this, you know. And so like it'll be safer from that respect. But
I think you got something here though, right? I think I would be down to vote for that if that was something to do, like United States just making drugs for people who have an addiction problem, but they're making it so good to where they can slowly wean you off of it by lessening the effect. Almost like a rehabilitation thing, right? Like maybe, well, yeah, we'll give you this 99% Coke and then little by little drop it down to where you just start not trying to use it. Like maybe something like that, and then getting you off of it eventually.
But if they did that, then you're just gonna create a black market of the 99% Coke. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I think the amount of lives that you'd save just by legalizing drugs and being done with the drug war, it'd be crazy. Like the amount of families that have been destroyed because, you know, people are going to jail for 15, 20 years, even less than that. Maybe they just go to jail for 7 years, like just enough time to ruin their fucking life, so that when they get out, they got no other options than to just do more bullshit. Because
7 years is a long time, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, you know, you just need an amount of time that just ruins your life. Like, you know, 5-6 years, you know, in jail, it's like, you know, you're probably going to lose your marriage. Your kids are probably going to hate you. You're probably not going to be able to find like jobs anymore. You can't own a gun. You can't vote in a lot of states. Like you have all these new problems on top of the fact that you've missed out on life. And it's like, I don't know. The whole fucking legal system is kind of fucked. Like some of this shit needs to be like revamped. Like, I don't know.
100%.
Yeah,
I don't think addicts are dicks, Tony. I think addicts are sick, and we should get them treatment. And then to your point, right? If you, like you said earlier, I know I'm shifting back, but you know, you were saying like if they had the right help, that they could be good and get out of it. I don't disagree at all. I think the problem is a lot of people can't have the right help. You know, a lot of people want to go to a psychiatrist, and then their health insurance don't want to cover it. And then they got to pay $100, $200 out of pocket to go. And it's like, I can't afford this. Like, I wish I could.
I'm going through that right now. Like, for some reason, I'll be fine. And then 1 or 2 months, they'll be like, oh, this doctor's out of your provider care now, so we're going to charge you every single visit. And I'm like, this wasn't the way it was for the past 2 years. So also, finding a good therapist and finding a good psychiatrist is not easy, man. It's you know what I mean? You have to go through people. Sometimes the therapists aren't your style of therapist.
Yeah,
I had one old guy. It was terrible. He would call me other people's names. He would give me other people's information. I'm like, no, that's not me.
He made Doughy put on a shirt before he called him.
Yeah, no, that's not the same guy.
We usually put on clothes with doctors. We usually put on clothes with. Nah.
I do. So
maybe that's a tactic. Maybe he's so dismissive of you that you're just like, man, fuck all this shit, man. I'm gonna just fix myself.
So now that we've gone nice and heavy, should we go a little bit light here? You got final thoughts?
Yeah, I was gonna ask y'all, since all this drug talk and weed talk, I'm getting hungry, right? I'm a little hungry. I want to know, what is y'all's top 5 favorite fast food burger joints, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking
burger places or burgers?
Burgers.
Can we put a chicken sandwich in? Or just burgers?
I'm cool with the chicken sandwich.
All right, we'll do sandwiches. Burger sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, not like
burger and chicken. Okay.
Not like
it's
regular.
Got to be fast food though. What are the requirements there? Like they have to have drive-throughs.
They have to have drive-throughs, and some places don't have drive-throughs, right?
Yeah, like Shake Shack doesn't have a drive-through,
or BurgerFi. So maybe like
or Five Guys.
Want to take them?
Right. Five Guys does not have a drive-through.
Or Smash Burger.
It's like a 30-minute process. So anything under like 30 minutes to get or 20 minutes to get your food.
Fucking time.
Yeah, I was just beasting on the time. Like something quick. Like nothing you
fast
know what
food,
I mean?
10 minutes, bro. 15 minutes, okay? Fast food, 10 minutes.
Does Five Guys count as fast food? I think that'll give me the...
Yes, Five Guys
I think Five Guys counts as fast food.
Yeah. All right. So then Five Guys, Shake Shack, BurgerFi, smash burgers, all those places fall in line with like a McDonald's, and like we're in that range of okay.
Mhm.
I could dig this. So you top people want to start first?
I recently put a new burger on my top 5. I went down to Austin, Texas, and I went to a little place called Whataburger, and I was pleasantly surprised by this burger.
That wasn't your first time going to Whataburger.
That was my first time ever eating Whataburger. The first time I went to Whataburger, I threw up all over the table in front of the police.
He did not eat
So
any
I
food.
did not eat any food.
Or if he,
I remember when I went to Texas, I remember I was hanging out with you. I remember we were talking to Felix on the phone, and we went and ate at Whataburger. Like, that's what I have in my mind.
I may not have been there. It may have been the time when you
man.
went. Yeah,
you did come down solo one time, remember?
Mm-hmm,
Yep.
for sure.
But
So go ahead.
dude, Whataburger, double patty with the cheese, the melted queso, whatever they put on there. That top 5 burger.
I think they call them patty melts.
Bro, I pulled this burger out of the bag. Yo, the burger, if I had it right now, it would cover my entire face.
I need that.
It was huge. I said, yo, I pulled this thing out and I'm like, this is a big burger. So, and it was $11. I said, hold the fuck up.
The
I
burger?
guess
Or the
the
burger,
whole
fries, and a
meal,
drink?
everything, $11. I said, whoa. I was like, hold up. This beats the $17 Chipotle plates I be getting.
Damn, that's a lot of food. That's a lot of money at Chipotle.
It's expensive. They just raised their prices. I'm upset. Okay, so I would say that definitely is making the list.
How about we all take turns instead of going?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah,
Always
go ahead.
five.
Go ahead.
We could just do the top 5 recommended by the one up.
That's
So we're not
good,
doing.
too.
So we're not doing 20 recommendations.
I see.
Yeah.
So we all pick one burger and then we fight over the last burger.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we rate all of the burgers, like the 5 burgers that we all decided on. Then we rate which one goes where.
Okay.
This is how we do it on the one up podcast. We just make it up as we go.
We make it up as we go, for sure.
Classic. All right. So Doughboy said Whataburger. Go ahead, Mateo.
What a burger.
What a burger!
what
But
a
everyone in
burger.
Texas does pronounce it as Whataburger.
Waterburger, because Texans can't
Because-
speak English.
Yeah, we
either.
just do whatever we want down here, man. Do y'all have top notch? Not top notch. Shortstop.
No.
Never had
My only
shortstop.
shortstop
Man,
is Derek Jeter, man.
yeah. There's a burger joint. I don't know if it's a Texas only one, but it's called Shortstop, and I swear to God, they have some of the best burgers in the world. They are quick. You're talking like 2 minutes from ordering to driving out of there with your food.
Yes.
They got some good ass fries. They're these tiny little joints. These people must be dying in there all day because this thing is like about the size of my office. This entire like building where that they like cook all the food in. It's this tiny little thing. They have a double drive-through. It's both windows are just like right on the side.
That's terrible.
Damn good burger though. Amazing burger. Used to go there as
awesome.
kids a lot because they had this brown bag special thing that was 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 drinks for like $6 or something like that.
Yes.
And we were a big family, and my dad was a very cheap man, so that was like the treat. You go and get three of these brown bag specials, and that'd feed the entire family.
That's fire. I like the specials. That's why McDonald's is still in business.
McDonald's, man, overall, sometimes you be getting some stale food. Sometimes I feel like I've eaten a stale McDonald's burger that I'm like, it's not that great. This bread is a little hard. But McDonald's is solid.
McDonald's gets an honorable mention just for their spicy McChicken and their fries. If you can eat those fries within like 3 minutes of getting them, some of the best fries in the world.
We can have another debate about best fries
afterwards.
in the world.
You give them 5 minutes, and those fries are garbage.
Tony's one of them bums that say like Checkers has the best fries because they just look different than all the other fries.
Are they waffle cut or what?
They're so
No,
greasy.
they're just like brown. That's it. They're like over seasoned, so they just have a darker color than every other French fry.
They're also round.
What's your French fry, Tony?
Or your burger?
Fast.
My favorite French fries are curly fries.
Oh,
From where though? You're saying
From
that the French fry.
I don't know. It's a I don't know many fast food joints that have the curly fries like
Jack in the
that.
Box.
I don't have a Jack in the Box out
I
here.
think Arby's is famous for curly fries, right?
Arby's
I
does have
hate
curly fries.
Arby's.
Yeah.
I hate
I mean,
Arby's.
I've never even
Maybe
eaten from there. But
I think it's because that one day it was just super salty. Maybe the dick fucked up back there and made him super salty. But I hated that shit. That shit made me.
I just
You ate-
remember when I
you-
was a child,
you've-
7, 8 years old, saving Silverman, watching that girl eat the Arby's burger and the sauce falling on her chest. Yo, little horny pooch. Yo, I was
Would
like,
lick that shit
okay.
off?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So how about that?
And they had curly fries. But anyways, I love you, Lisa.
Tony, what's your pick?
It's rough, right? Because I like burgers. Fast food burgers though is different, right? So I think I would have to go with Five Guys, and it's rough because I also do like the burger joints too, but Five Guys for me is probably it because they just bro, it's just the shit you can do a 4 cheeseburger deluxe there or a 5 cheeseburger deluxe. Like they make it really good and it's pretty fucking fast. And the fries there are pretty fucking good. I like how they give you a cup of fry and then they dump fries.
When have you ever in your life needed 5 cheeseburgers at one time?
Let me tell you this. Back in the day, Burger King, when they came out with the triple Whopper,
I don't remember that.
Burger King had a triple Whopper on the menu, G. And that
was
shit
right around the time when McDonald's was supersizing things.
Yes. McDonald's outclassed them by doing the supersizing.
And then Burger King came out with, they had large and then they had king size.
King size.
Oh, no.
Like a fucking bucket of french fries.
Bro, when I tell you that Burger King was on, I love Burger King's burger at that point in life, at that age or whatever years ago that were. But the double Whopper, bro, destroyed it. And then when the Big Mac came out,
The Big Mac came out.
Well,
before you were birthed, probably.
No. But like when they had they made it when the whole supersized shit came out.
They came out. What you talking about? The Grand Mac?
The Grand Mac, yeah. The
Tony
Grand
called that
Mac.
shit the Grand Dak.
I call that shit the Grand.
Yeah, I got English problems, man.
That Grand Dak, boy. That Grand Dak. That shit was fucking nice.
That was good.
I've never had one.
But as
Then
of right.
they made a Little Mac too when they did
That's
that.
for
They
the
did
little.
3
That's
sizes.
for some bird ass shit. No good disrespect me with no little dick shit. That fucking Grand Dak though was fire. And
But you're talking about Five Guys though.
No, Five Guys is my pick. I'm just correlating back to other loves back in the day. But forever, go ahead, Pooch. I said Five Guys. I will go after.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say McDonald's Forever Burger though. If you really want it, is a double quarter pounder with cheese. That burger
Solid
there
choice.
is a
That's
killer.
That's the meat bonanza.
That's a meat bonanza.
It's a classic.
That's a killer. You want a quick meal and that burger is gonna hit this. That's gonna be a killer. But Five Guys is.
I don't know why the Big Mac is more popular. Everybody knows about a Big Mac, but you don't
Big
hear
Mac
people.
sauce.
What
I
you got?
love the Big Mac. I love Big Macs. I
I
love
think
me
they
some
suck.
Big.
They're
Big
so
Mac.
thin. They're just not worth it for me. I'm not.
They're so small for me. That Grand Dak was the Big Mac for me.
What is your pick, Pooch?
So I'm gonna go a little unconventional. So my burger doesn't come from any one particular fast food place. It comes from many. You could find these all over the city and all over the place in Dominican Republic. The Chimi fucking Churi. My God. A Chimi. It's fast food. Them shits is ready.
It is.
It's hot and heady.
Hot and heavy.
Don't get tomatoes though. You'll put you to sleep.
Don't get tomatoes if you put your foot. No. It's just a burger. It is just a burger in a roll. Sometimes it's in a burger bun. Sometimes it's, different breads. But I don't know what it is, especially that they've perfected that mayo ketchup, that mayo ketchup mixture. It doesn't taste the same anywhere else I have it. It is like in that burger, it just has such a flavor. The Colombians also make a very good mayo ketchup también. Like if you go to there's like a place like Junior's or in Palm Beach. What's the?
That's gonna be our
Gordo
fifth
burger.
pick. That's gonna be our. I saved that for the fifth.
Like a Gordo burger, things like that. They also make a really good mayo ketchup sauce. Then they fuck it up. They put some pineapple on there, but
nigga, that's fine.
they make a very similar burger to the chimichurri. And depending on where you go, some people put like the little potato sticks, like those. They throw those on your chimichurri. The regular chimi is just you got your beef, you got your mayonnaise ketchup mix, you got cabbage, and you got tomato, and that's just like the straight up regular. But then I don't like tomato, so I take that shit out. Then you throw the potato sticks in there, and then DR they be hooking these shits up, and DR I remember taking, in my mind, a lot of money, like 40 pesos, right? Which is like $1. It's like $8 and buying a fucking chimi. And like, I'm talking, man, maybe it wasn't that big, but as a kid, it was like a massive burger for me. And it's just the best. It's hands down my favorite hamburger. And there ain't no cheese on there, which is a shocker.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's no cheese.
Yeah, them Dominicans, they don't be fucking with dairy like that, we don't like milk. We ain't fucking with. We like fried cheese. That's about it. But nah, I like. Yeah, no. That's it. That's my pick, the chimichurri. If you haven't had it, you should have it. It's good.
That's a good choice. So I'm gonna suggest something for like my option for us to fight over is our fifth pick. It's a classic, man. I think McDonald's has to be on the list. You can go to a McDonald's in any state. You're going to get the same quality of food, which could also be a dig in some ways. Their fries are good if you can eat them while they're still hot. That quarter pounder is a classic.
I mean, I was gonna say a Publix sub. The chicken tender Publix sub.
No, we're talking burgers. We're not talking sandwiches.
No.
If we want to talk, that's a whole different thing. You can't.
That's another one for sure. We could do sandwiches at some point.
I had a chicken tender sub the 2 days ago. A little dry. They kind of fucked up my sandwich. It didn't have the right moisture levels. Right? So it ain't high on my list today.
On another part, we're going to talk about it because there's reasons why the Publix sub is not good, and it's not because of the food. But we'll leave it like that. I think the fifth one should be a Gordo burger.
I don't know that one.
We got to take you over there when we go.
This Friday when you come, we taking you there.
Cool.
The Gordo burger is basically a chimi.
Shit is fantastic.
And they just put sometimes pineapple slices, sometimes pineapple sauce. That's it.
No
and
slices.
The potato sticks.
They don't put no slices. It's pineapple sauce.
No. The Gordo burger is like a Colombian burger. They make it all over the place. Like, it's not that particular. It tastes the same everywhere. Like that place ain't special. I'm saying they do it differently in different places. Sometimes they fry up some pineapple and put it in your burger. Sometimes it's just the pineapple sauce.
What they do there,
people in Palm Beach, they like to put a boiled egg in your burger or your hot dog.
I've never on the hot dogs. I didn't see it on a burger. But
that is really weird.
Mateo, you're gonna have it regular. You're gonna have. I want you to have a regular Gordo burger with everything on it, and then you decide what you don't like. Because I like a regular fucking Gordo burger. And mind you, this shit comes with a chicken patty, a burger. No, it comes with a burger patty with chicken, pineapple sauce, the little potato chips, their cheese. It's like a white melted cheese, ketchup, and
mayonnaise and ketchup.
And mayo ketchup, yeah, mayo ketchup, bro.
I didn't think they put chicken in there.
No, yeah, it's a chicken. It's
like
just chicken and beef.
Regular has chicken.
Chicken and beef, both.
Damn,
that's what I didn't like about it. Too many meats, too many different.
That's
meats.
a meat bonanza, nigga.
You got to toss some bacon on there too, dude.
Oh shit! Could they have bacon? That might be a new Twitch. That's a fucking Twitch.
3 main animals.
That'd be a
3
Twitch.
main animals.
Next
when we
level
go, I'm
right
gonna
there.
order that shit. That's a fact, bro. You're gonna have a regular one, and I want you to decide. I like the little pineapple. I do a little extra pineapple every time I bite. Little sweetness to it is just ooh. But yeah, I think that 5 might be. That's my 5. So I don't know. If you have other ones, let me know. But
it's a good sandwich, and I like when I have it. I enjoy it a lot, mainly because living out here in Florida, like, well, Orlando now, there's a lot of Dominican people now, and there's chimney spots, cropping up, which is dope. But living in Florida, I don't get my fix too much of a chimney fix. And believe it or not, even though the Gordo burger is nowhere near a chimney, in reality, it has like just some of those distinct flavors that I feel nostalgic for it, even though it has nothing to do with a chimney. So I don't know. I like a good Gordo burger. It's good. And their hot dog is really fucking good too, mainly because of the sauce. Again, it's the same the mayo ketchup sauce. They throw some cheese on there. They throw pineapple sauce on there, and then they fucking boiled egg.
Yeah, I don't know about that boiled egg shit. They call it the sachi papi or some shit like that.
No, boiled egg on a hot dog sounds so weird.
What's the sachi papi? Isn't that chopped up hot dog with little papitas?
That's the best thing that Colombians make. Is they have these little hot dogs, and they cut them a little bit. They fry up all these little hot dogs, and it's like their version of like a poutine, because you have a bed of French fries. They put a melted cheese sauce all over the whole thing that gets a little hard, so it's not like liquid. It's like it's more like strict, like it pulls apart kind of thing. Uh-huh. And then they throw all these like fried little hot dogs on there.
Little creeps.
A bunch of little creeps. And then they smother the whole thing with the ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard. And sometimes they'll throw like a pineapple. Again, I don't know what's this obsession with pineapple.
That's
I'm
sweet.
not with it.
That's
Yo,
sweet.
salchipapas, banging. That's a thing the Colombians did right. I'm all about it. About it.
I'm expecting some good food on this trip. I need to get my Cuban sandwich on. I need to get a public sub.
Is there a good Cuban sandwich spot in Palm Beach?
Forest Hill and Lake Worth, the little Havana spot. They make really good fucking, or Dixie. They make really good fucking Cuban sandwiches.
Hell yeah.
I know some spots, but I don't know. Maybe there's other ones.
No. I think there's probably better spots, but Havana.
Do they still have Don Ramon still open over there?
In West Palm.
That place was fire.
I ate there once. It's all right. It's a bougier Cuban spot, but it's all right. In Miami, you might find some good ass Cuban sandwich spots, but I just don't live down there to know.
That one that used to be by Pucho's house, top. That must be the best Cuban sandwich I've ever eaten.
I don't think so.
That one,
it's good. It's good.
Cuban cafe.
It's good, but I don't think it's the best. Good. I had better.
It's definitely not the best. Them spots in Miami be banging.
Hell
fresh.
Yeah.
That shit comes out but there's so many of them. It's so hit and miss.
There's
like
one that
go to a wrong spot.
There's one that I found like 2 a.m. They were open on a Saturday when I was working. And I stopped in and grabbed it. Yo, that might have been the best fucking Cuban sandwich I've ever had in my life. Maybe because the old lady made it with love and passion at 3 a.m. But yo, I didn't even know where it was at in Miami. I just grabbed the sandwich and drove home and ate it and remembered, fuck, I didn't grab a menu to know where the fuck to go back to get it. It was in a hole in the wall spot, yo. It just had one neon light. Cuban cafe open. I'm gonna stop there. I'm hungry.
This is Tony's white whale. He has to track down this restaurant.
That shit, bro.
He's gonna become a dick. He's gonna try all the Cuban sandwiches in Miami until he finds it.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Doughy, what's your sandwich? What's your burger?
The fifth one.
The fifth
one.
one.
Sorry, now we're on the fifth pick. We're all gonna pick one more, but they're gonna duke it out for the number one spot.
I'm gonna have to say Papa. I'm gonna have to say Chick-fil-A's spicy chicken deluxe.
You lost.
I don't really fuck around with Chick-fil-A.
I don't fuck with Chick-fil-A.
I love it.
I think Chick-fil-A is good. To me, it's like it goes back to Mateo's. One of the things Mateo wants to talk about, where it's like when people hype something up so much it makes you hate it. That's how I feel about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A cannot live up to the hype that people put on it. It's not that good. I don't know why people love it that much.
Their waffle fries are good, but
I don't even eat the waffle fries. I get the mac and cheese. The large mac.
Is their mac and cheese that good though?
It looks so good.
Their mac and cheese is pretty
good.
It looks like elementary school like mac and cheese. Like
it's pretty good though.
Scoop like lunch ladies shit.
Oh, it's so good.
Nah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And the grilled nuggets.
All right. All right, now we're out of control. We're talking burgers here. We're giving you a pass with this chicken shit.
Yeah.
All right,
Go ahead, Pooch.
I think the Gordo burger is winning currently.
I haven't gone yet, but
What's your
what do you got,
I haven't even fully picked. Well, I'm searching for. Yeah, I love hamburgers, yo. I'm just I just like a regular. My pick, and again, not from any particular place, is just a good regular cheeseburger. Like just a hamburger bun, nice slice of American cheese, because we live in America and it's the 4th of July, motherfuckers, all right? The best cheese for a burger, hands down. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I don't want to hear nothing about you Swiss motherfuckers. I don't want to hear nothing about you provolone people.
What about pepper jack?
None of you pepper jacks. None of it. No. Y'all are the addict dicks, okay? I'm talking about that good old American cheese, okay? The good old nothing melts like it. Nothing. I don't care what nobody says. Nothing. It's the best cheese for a hamburger. And then that's it. You could get a little crazy. I like to throw onion on my burger. Onion, burger, American cheese, bun. You could put mayonnaise and ketchup. That don't count, but you know.
Do you guys like Wendy's burgers?
The square makes the meat taste better.
That's what they say.
So what's your fifth, Pooch?
I just said like a regular cheeseburger.
But you didn't pick a spot. You have to have a spot.
I have to have a spot. I don't know.
So it looks like
I'll
all the
pick
burgers won.
Five Guys cheeseburger.
The Smash Burger was pretty good too.
I feel like I've had Smash Burger, but I can't remember Smash Burger. They make big fat burgers, right?
No,
it's
they're thin as shit.
That's the type of burgers Emily likes. She likes them smashed
Those are the
thin
best.
burgers, which are pretty good. But sometimes to get on humble gas, you just want to eat that shit. Nice fat,
thick
juicy
burgers
fucking
suck.
burger. Yo, matter of fact, if we're all here, I want to take you guys so we could go to Park Tavern in Del Rey. They have these little mini hamburgers and the chicken wings. Oh my fuck, bro! These mini hamburgers are steak cut burgers. Fucking phenomenal. We're gonna have to go there. We're going there. We're doing Gordo Fernanza's, Cuban Fernanza's, and this fucking Park Tavern. Let me tell you, bro, the wings are banging, and the mini hamburguesas are banging.
What are you trying to say? You're saying Fernanza's.
Bonanzas, meat bonanzas, Fernanzas, all. I just made a new word. We're having a fucking the excitement of all this food talk. I'm fucking hungry right now.
I am starving.
hungry.
We need to wrap this soon.
I ate breakfast. I had a coffee.
Look at this guy.
All right? I know. I got here on time. People are calling me. All right. So
I'm not lying. I've been sneak dissing food every 10 seconds. I'm fucking stuck.
I know this. He's like, oh, Luca? Oh.
No, let me check on my son. But nah, yeah. I think Gordo Burgers is probably the fifth pick.
Did you pick a fifth pick, Mateo?
I did just basic old McDonald's. I think
He said McDonald's, which is not bad.
Yeah.
I think if you're talking like fast food, if you're driving through an unknown town, you see the McDonald's sign, you're going to go to McDonald's. Like,
all right, dude, we got to do ranked choice voting. Okay. Unfortunately,
let's do it quick. We got to.
You gotta put
Chick-fil-A. Out of
Put
here.
your vote. You got Gordo's. You got a regular old cheeseburger, and you got like a double quarter pounder with cheese McDonald's or something.
What about the Whataburger?
Oh, you're
on the
Five
list
Guys
already.
and Five Guys is on the list.
we're just voting for the fifth pick.
Okay, so wait, what is it again?
McDonald's.
Well, your Chick-fil-A lost. No one's gonna vote.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. Was it the three?
You got Gordo Burger. I'm saying a regular old cheeseburger from anywhere, and then Mateo picked like a double quarter pounder with cheese. I think
I would say McDonald's.
you said double quarter pounder.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. You can't go wrong.
It's a classic.
Can't go wrong.
So that's
They're
two.
like
I would say we already got a Chimi on the list, so I'm gonna go double quarter pounder as well. Because I'm not. We don't need too many Caribbean burgers and shit. We good. You lose. But we still get Gordo next week, you know?
Oh, hells yeah.
I might change. Maybe I'll change my vote after I try that
Change
Gordo's
it?
next week.
It's definitely better than a McDonald's burger. But I think you put the McDonald's burger on there for like you said, the stability, the classic.
You can go anywhere and get it.
That bun is on point everywhere you go, you know?
It's like Budweiser, dude. Budweiser beer is not great, but you go anywhere in the world and that Budweiser beer is going to taste the same. That's impressive in its own way.
Straight
like
dick.
water.
Dick water.
All right.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode of Burgers, Addiction, and Marijuana Suspension. Fucking topics today, boys. To all the fans and listeners out there, man, we appreciate you guys every week commenting, giving us feedback and liking the videos and sharing it. If you can, share it some more, get some people to subscribe. If you haven't already subscribe. You know, we keep doing it for the fans and almost for ourselves too a little bit. We enjoy this shit every Sunday, coming out here and doing the work and a little bit of backroom arguing from time to time, but whatever, it happens. Life goes on. But once again, we appreciate you guys and thank you for always listening and coming back every week to check on it and see how it's doing. From the One Up Podcast, happy 4th of July. Be safe out there. Don't shoot your gats in the air. Shoot them in the ground if you're going to do that. And yeah, we appreciate y'all, man.
Go one up yourselves.
You heard.
Please like and subscribe our shit. All right.
Bye, y'all.
All right.